From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Cascade Paint & Supply is Reading's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, we do have more off and on showers here that will continue here through at least the first part of the weekend. Now, snow levels on average as we go into the next few days is going to be somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. And, you know, at points, especially in the overnight hours, closer to 3,000 feet, and then going through the day, those snow levels start to kind of increase a little bit here. Now, I'm expecting mainly dry conditions for your Easter Sunday, but I'm still seeing a chance for a few stray showers here and there. We're going to talk about that in a little bit more detail on when we expect the best potential for that and where. But we're also talking about drier and warmer conditions here as we take into early next week. So here's your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance. All right, so here's what you can expect here for today. I'm expecting more showers for the valley, and it will get heavier as we go through the day on your Friday. Now for Trinity County and for the mountains in general, snow levels between 3,000 and 3,500 feet, somewhere in that range. Showers for the north coast and snow flurries, kind of a mix out towards places like Siskiyou County, maybe some snow flurries for Modoc County in the eastern mountains. And temperatures still on the cool side, especially in the higher elevations. So here's the overall pattern, and I'm going to kind of go backwards here because I want to show you the long range before we get to the short range and really kind of go through future cast there. Now the reason I want to show you that is because as we look at that short range, it'll give you better perspective on where we're going to see the rain and chances for thunderstorms. So the main thing that we're watching right now, this is what's been impacting our weather the last few days, including today. And we've got this area of low pressure, which is actually going to weaken. But you see this little guy right here, it's not going to be so little in the next 24 hours. It's in its developing stages right now. What's happening is it's moving in our direction, and watch what happens. You see how this breaks apart, but then we see that area of low pressure get stronger. So now we get this closed off area of low pressure. The flow around that low pressure system, and again, pay attention here, because as we go into Friday, that low pressure system, the flow around that, this will bring this all northward. So through the day on Friday, we're going to watch the rain get heavier and heavier, especially for the valley, not to mention some of the mountains. But other areas to the north will most likely be dry. Now we take you into Saturday, that area of low pressure shifts to the south. Now that's important to take note, because now it's not coming from this direction, but now the flow around that low has it kind of coming in from the northeast, moving down to the south and west. And again, that has an impact on who sees the rain and who doesn't. Now, that low pressure will break apart, and then a piece of energy will break off that, and this is now looking at Easter Sunday. Now, the reason we take a look at this is because see this area of low pressure right here? The flow around that low could bring a chance for a few stray showers here and there. Now, as it stands right now, I think the best chance for dry conditions will be central Siskiyou County into western Siskiyou County. Del Norte and Humboldt County, most likely dry all day on Sunday. And really is what it looks like is that Sunday morning, everyone may be dry, and then eventually places in the valley, eastward, into Lassen and Plumas counties, and maybe even parts of Modoc County, could see a chance for a few stray showers on Sunday. Now, this does not look like a big deal. When we get on the back side of that low, typically these systems are very weak, but sometimes they're just strong enough to give us a few showers here and there. And that's why I'm still keeping that chance on Sunday. So bottom line is this. If you have plans on Sunday, I think at this point in time, Friday morning will be the best bet. And then going through the afternoon, especially for the valley eastward, there will be that chance for a few stray showers. And again, nothing heavy. Then by Monday, Tuesday of next week, high pressure really begins to build in. We're looking at warmer temperatures, mid to upper 70s for many of us in the valley. But look at this. By the middle to latter part of next week, another storm system will ride to our north. It looks fairly moisture-starved, but it could bring us cooler temperatures and a chance for some showers by the middle to latter part of next week. So let's take a look at the chance for thunderstorms over the next few days. For tomorrow, Storm Prediction Center has it all to the south, down towards the Bay Area and northward, but nothing over NorCal. Now we take you into Saturday, Sacramento southward, but again, nothing for NorCal. But when we look at Futurecast, I want to show you that it's not out of the question for some thunderstorms for us. So let's get you right to it. Let's take a look at Futurecast, and now we're going to walk you through the timing of everything. So again, that storm system I was talking that's developing, so by tonight we're beginning to see it move closer. Most of the rain is off to the west, but look, it's fairly dry for us tonight and into early tomorrow morning. We may see some clearing. There may be a few snow flurries here and there, but for the most part, we're getting a bit of a break between systems. Now let's take you into Friday morning at about 5 a.m. Once again, not much going on. A few snow flurries here and there, but really shouldn't have too much of an impact on any of your mountain travel. Now, there you can see the bulk of the rain still off to the west. Now that low pressure system is going to see, watch the flow. See where it's all coming from? That low pressure center is right here. Now it's all kind of coming up this way from south to north. So as we go through the day, I think chances for showers will increase and it will get heavier as we go into the afternoon and evening, especially for the valley, kind of this line right here where it's going to get heavier. Now watch what happens. Now also, take note here. Could we see an isolated thunderstorm? It's not out of the question. Chances are slim, but they are there. And also take note on Friday. Friday at noon. Dry for Delnor County, most of Siskiyou County as well. Now let's take you into Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. You see where most of the rain is? It's basically kind of this line right here. This is where the heaviest rainfall is. To the north of that, it's actually fairly dry. Now the reason behind that is that low pressure system continues to die to the south. So the rotation is doing this. And this is far north as, say, northern Shasta County. Now, places like Mount Shasta, sure, you can see some showers, but as you head north into Siskiyou County, it looks fairly dry. Most of Modoc County looks dry, and really even most of Lassen County is looking dry by tomorrow at 6 p.m. and Delnor County, but some rain for Humboldt County. Rain and rain-snow mix around 3,000, 4,000 feet, those snow levels in Trinity County. And again, you see how we're progressively seeing that rain get heavier through the day on Friday. Starting off dry tomorrow morning, by noon, scattered showers and possible thunderstorms, and then through the afternoon, the rain picking up in intensity and, of course, snow off to the east. Now, we're going to take you into Friday night. We're still getting in that flow, bringing in snow to the east, still some rain for especially the north end of the valley, and still a lot of the activity that we've seen here through the afternoon. But see what happens? Now it's beginning to kind of start to slowly shift to the south. Here's 6 a.m. on Saturday, still looking at snow levels between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. But we're still seeing these pockets of rain kind of come in to parts of the valley. And again, see that line? It's north of that it stays fairly dry, at least for Saturday morning. But check out Saturday as we go into the afternoon. We're seeing some of that work its way northward into parts of Siskiyou County and Modoc County, and the eastern mountains seeing some activity and some scattered showers for the valley, but not much going on as we go to the first half of the day for Saturday for the North Coast. Then we take you into Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. Look what's happening now. We're beginning to see some activity coming in from the northeast. Remember, I was talking about that flow kind of coming in around and then from the northeast to the south and west. So this activity is moving in this direction and this is moving in this direction. So we have that activity off over Lassen County. We've got the showers, maybe some thunderstorms as well Saturday afternoon and evening, but not much activity here for the valley. But that will change as we go into Saturday night. Some of that kind of streaming through. But look at this. By Saturday night, at 11 p.m., look what California's looking like. It's drying out. And you can see here this activity kind of moving down to the south. So as we go into Sunday morning, it'll most likely look a lot like this. But then that low pressure system off to the east, as I showed you earlier, may bring in a little bit of activity for some of us Sunday afternoon. So as we watch tomorrow morning, be sure to get the latest forecast then, because we'll have the latest forecast model data, and that will take us out at least until Sunday morning, and that'll give us a better perspective, at least on the short-range forecast model data, what it may look like as we go into Easter Sunday. Okay, so let's take a look at the forecast rainfall totals, and you see what's happening, especially as we go into Saturday night. We start to see, I think, anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch is possible in the valley. But this is really a good footprint showing you where the bulk of the rain is. Remember that line that I showed you right here, Shasta County? South of it is where the heaviest rainfall is. To the north of it is where we're seeing the least amount of rainfall, including places like Crescent City. So Eureka will most likely see more rain than Crescent City. It's usually the opposite. That's because the storms come in this way. But instead it's doing this, right? And that's why Eureka is seeing more rain. Now take a look at the snow. Now these are the numbers coming from the forecast model, and I actually think it's doing a pretty good job. Usually I got to take these out and put my own in, but for the most part I think these are doing pretty good. I think we can see a couple of inches possibly in Mount Shasta when it's all is said and done. Bernie, I think you might see a bit of a dusting of snow. Chester saw a dusting this morning. We could be looking at more snow tonight and in the next couple of days as well, not to mention down to the south. In fact, as you start heading to the Sierra, you are going to be looking at more and more snow out there. Storm impacts for tomorrow. I-5, I don't expect there to be any problems, but as you get in the gray here and yellow, that's limited to minor. So look what happens as we take you into your Saturday. Most of it is east of I-5, not to mention into Modoc County, but I think I-5 around Mount Shasta should be okay. And looking at Highway 299, west of I-5, looks to be okay as well. Bottom line, you need to check those latest road conditions. In fact, before we get to the winds, I want to show you something here because this is something that's going to be very important. You are going to want to go to weathernorcal.com and then click on road conditions right there. You see that? It says Caltrans District 2. Go to road conditions, click on that. Then you can scroll down here and you have a quick link to Quick Map. So that's a great spot for you can find where the latest road condition, where the latest chain requirements are. But if you just keep scrolling down, I've got I-5, I've got Highway 89, 299 west and east, I've got Highway 44 and 36, and you can get a quick glance at what those road conditions look like from those Caltrans cameras, and that's just a great place to start. And then, of course, check the quick maps as well. So I just wanted to show you that's a great resource that I have here for Weather NorCal from the website. You can also access all of that information that I just showed you from the Weather NorCal app as well. Be sure to download that for free. Just search for Weather NorCal in your app store and you'll be able to find it. All right, let's get to those winds. As we go into tomorrow morning, actually not that bad, but they may pick up a little bit here as we go into the afternoon coming in from the south. Not a major wind event by any stretch, but what I want to really illustrate here is that the winds will be kind of gusty at times as we go into the next couple of days, even going into the first half of your weekend. Your wave heights, well, let's take you into your Friday afternoon. They're actually beginning to drop, so that certainly is some good news there. But as we go into Saturday, you see how they start to kind of increase again here a little bit as well. So looking at your marine forecast for today, or excuse me, for tomorrow, east winds at 10 to 15 knots, and your waves from the west at 12 feet at 13 seconds. Small correct advisory through the day tomorrow. Here's what it looks like tonight. Looks like temperatures are dropping down in the low, maybe some mid-40s here for the valley. Temperatures upper 20s, low 30s for the higher elevations. Low 30s for Trinity County, around 40 for the inland areas, and not to mention out along the coast. So let's take a look at your neighborhood forecast for Trinity County. Temperatures upper 40s to around 50. Snow levels 3,000 to 4,000 feet. See how I've got you dry on Easter Sunday. And then dry conditions continue for your Monday through Wednesday, then maybe another chance for showers by Thursday. Here's a look at your neighborhood forecast for the North Coast. Down to the south, you can see 56 degrees for Honeydew, 54 for Rio Dell. Sunday, I've got you dry. Let's take you up to the north. Smith River, 59, 56 for Crescent City, 58 for McKinleyville. Orleans, about 56. For the inland areas, I've got you dry on Easter Sunday. But as we go into your Thursday, there you can see the raindrops there, maybe a chance for some showers. All right, let's take you out to Siskiyou County, your neighborhood forecast there. Now, I think for places like Mount Shasta, westward, dry for your Easter Sunday. As we head out to places like Doris, McDowell, Tennant, I think for the most part you may be dry, but there may be a stray shower for you. For Modoc County, there's your forecast for your Friday. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s. For your Sunday, notice I've included a chance for a stray shower here and there. So don't be surprised if on Sunday, Easter Sunday, you see some of that. But again, we'll keep watching that forecast here for Sunday. There's your Friday forecast for your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Temperatures low to mid 40s. Look at on Sunday, I've got that chance in there. Taking a look at the Valley neighborhood forecast, temperatures in the mid-50s. It's going to be another cool day out there for your Friday. Take you up north with 54 degrees for the city of Shasta Lake, 55 for Redding. There you can see out in Whiskeytown about 49 and Cottonwood a high of 56 degrees. So here is your 7-day forecast for Redding. Showers for your Friday, getting progressively heavier through the day. Then on Saturday, showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms. And I've got that chance in there. Notice no raindrops falling from those clouds on Easter Sunday because, again, I think it'll be dry for the first half of the day in particular. But don't be surprised if later in the day on Sunday in the valley you see a stray shower. But again, nothing heavy, nothing to cancel any outdoor plans over. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it looks dry, but by the middle to latter part of next week, cooler conditions arrive and maybe a chance for more showers near the end of next week.